Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's Monday morning, and ain't God good, and won't he do it? Oh, yes, he will, oh, yes, he will. I know y'all probably saying, Lee Craft, Lee Craft, Lee Craft. You say the same thing every morning. I'm going to say Enoch, Ewok, Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Look, it's a beautiful day. Like I say, even when it's storming outside, whatever's going on outside, it's still a beautiful day. It's all on your perspective. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Today's show, I want to let people know. I'm talking to people in different walks of life, from my job, emails, all those different things. How to remove those invisible scars. You probably ask yourself, Lee Craft, what's an invisible scar? Pain. Things that you've gone through that you haven't let go yet. See, other people don't see. You see, you don't have to physically see a scar for there's something to be there that'll hold you back, right? But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man with a white beard, smiling and profiling, and finally realize, y'all trying to size me up. And I ain't lying. But look, how to remove those invisible scars. It's so many. I just got the ones that people been talking about majority of the time. So, number one was being abused by loved ones. Number two is being bullied. Number three, the death of a loved one. How to get over that. Number four, missed opportunities. You probably say, Lee Craft, what kind of show is this about scars? Look, everybody has an invisible scar, something that they are dealing with and trying to find a way to overcome. And I'm gonna give you some things some ideas. You might say, no, Lee Craft, I never thought about it that way. But what if you just take my advice and say, you know what? I'm gonna listen to what Lee Craft got to say, because I got a lot of scars. I probably got more scars than the law should allow. We all do. But everything has a time frame to say, I'm done. I'm done. You got to let it go. You got to find a way to remove that invisible scar. See, I was talking to a lady, and she was telling me about how she was being abused by her husband. Every day she come in, man, like she your home supposed to be your safe place. But when you go home, man, you go on, you got to sit in your car for about an hour, talking to God, trying to get your mind right, because when you get out of this car and go into that house, you go into a jungle. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you're going to see and all those things and stuff, right? So she went in there, and like I said, all hell broke loose. But how she removed that scar, which is Lee Craft, I talked to God. I made a plan. And my plan was, next time that this man confronted me, I was going to deal with him. So she said one day she said she was ironing his clothes. And he came in there, I guess she get ready to go out and party, and party. And he said something smart. Said before she knew it, she hit him with the iron. Bam! And she said when she hit him with the iron, it's like she knocked all the courage out of him, And she said from that point on, Lee, he never physically and mentally abused me again. And I eventually divorced him. But she said, Lee, that moment right there, Lee, it changed everything. I was trying to find a way out of that situation, Lee, and God gave my exit. When he did what he did, I did what I did. I'm not saying that you shouldn't match physical violence with physical violence, because somebody could have got hurt. Or if I was staying in a relationship a longer time, I probably got hurt. And I told her, I said, you know what, I'm glad you didn't. But if you're dealing with physical abuse from a loved one, and you got other loved ones in your life, talk to somebody. See, a lot of problems are that we want to hold everything to, no, we can figure this out. No, we all need help. And don't be embarrassed. A lot of times we embarrassed about, man, they see the proof. Your eyes are black, your arms in a sling. So what else do you need? For them to come view your body? No, don't do it like that. So, number two, being bullied. Sometimes we think it's just the children in school. No, you have adult bullies too. Kids are bullying. It's terrible. It's terrible. But The adult bullets, they're worse. They're worse. And this man told me, he said, "Because Kraft, man, I go to my job sometime, man, and my boss man just bullying me, man. I know I got responsibilities and stuff, man, you know. And I don't want to do anything, man, to jeopardize my job." I said, "Well, I do understand that. But it's not just taking a toll on you physically, but mentally." He said, "Yeah, Kraft, man, it's weighing me down, man. Sometimes, man, I want to do some physical harm to this guy, man." I said, "I'm glad you didn't. Because when you're being bullied so much, man, when you go into that rage, you know, you never know what's going to happen, what's going to end up. Then if you got family, you may be taken away for a long time if you're not put to death, depending on what state that you're in, right?" So I said, "Look at, man, what you need to do, go look at your company policies and everything, man. They have protocols. They have a hotline you can call sometime, man, that can help you resolve some of these issues." And he did that, looked it up. He found the hotline, and also they have what you call I forget the word for it, but we need to see a counselor. They have that too, to see a counselor. I can't think of the term what they call it. You can go sit on the couch and talk to a counselor about what you're going through. And he said he did all those things, man, and it changed the whole game. But at the same time, be mindful now. You have to have an HR that's willing to do the right thing. 'Cause a lot of times, HR, even though they're supposed to be for everybody, sometimes it's just for management. You know, they're trying to keep them getting sued. But if you got a good HR, they're going to handle their business and they're going to deal with that. They're going to resolve the issue. They have to walk that person out. Because I remember a long time ago, this same thing happened to me. I was on the job. I was young, and here I am at work busting my tail and stuff, right? This guy was just, he was just harassing me. But the thing about when you build a relationship with people and stuff, and the manager at the job that I was at, I told her about you, Lee. I'm going to watch, I'm going to observe. And she saw what he was doing. And she told him, "Leave him alone. If I see you go near Lee Kraft and say anything to Lee Kraft, I'm going to deal with you." And 2 days went by. He did the same thing again. Next thing you know, she released him. She got rid of him. See, that's what I'm saying, people. Like, so nobody should be bullied, no matter where you go, no matter what age you are. Nobody should be bullied. But there's an answer to every situation. You got to be brave enough to go ahead and just deal with it. See, you keep things to yourself, all you're going to do is what? Implode. That's all you're going to do is implode, All I can do is give you solid advice and be mindful now. You got to pray. You got to pray to God to keep you in your right mind so you don't go in there and do something that you regret doing yourself. Number 3, the death of a loved one. People often say that, man, Kraft, there's no time frame on, man, we lose a mother or a child and a loved one, man. So people just got to grieve in their own time. I said, I understand that. So I understand that wholeheartedly. But even in the Bible, it says, man, there's a time for everything. You can't stay in the same spot for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And Kraft, everybody got a time frame. But when you stay in that same spot for that long, all the harm you're doing is to yourself because you're weakening your heart. My niece is a name for it. When you mourn so much, you weaken the heart, and it can cause you death. So I've told people this right here, and they said, "Lee Kraft, you wrong, man. No, man, everybody get the time." They do have the time to grieve. I lost my mother. And was it hard? Yeah, it was hard. Losing somebody you talk to every day? Yeah. But it wasn't difficult. See, we grieved, and every now and again it may hit me, but we moved on. And sometimes the reason why people stay there so long of the death of a loved one, they have no closure. You got to find a way to have closure. Get on your knees and say, God, remove this from me, God. I know I didn't get a chance to talk to my child where I want to talk to my child or whoever it is that you're talking to. God, forgive me. Give me a clean heart so I can start all over again, God, please. Because what I'm going through, I shouldn't be going through it on a daily basis. Because I'm no good to nobody. And in time, that's why they always say, in time, all wounds will heal. But you have to put forth the effort. I'm not going to sit there You lost your. Believe me, I love people. And I told a guy a long time ago, man. He said, "Crap, man, you don't understand, man. Everybody's different, man. The death of a mother, death of a child, are all different. Yeah, they are different, but it does say the death of a loved one, right? You never lost a child. Yeah, if I lose the child, I lose the mother. But also depend on what your relationship with that person. You may have a strained relationship. I don't know. You know, and you probably just going through the motions of a guilt trip. But what I'm trying to tell you this right here, regardless of what happened, if you have no closure, you find closure. You find closure. You talk to God. You have your one-on-one session. Or go to somebody that you can talk to that will give you help you get closure. Because if not, you're gonna start, man, just drawing up. You're gonna be good, no good. Nobody every time you just want to snap. You be medicated. You don't need that. You don't need that. So, like I said, number 4, hear people talk about all the time, missed opportunities. Got an opportunity to get a job. He got passed on a job because somebody else or something. He said, man, crap, man, I can't live with myself. Man, look at man. We've all made mistakes. But on that opportunity you think probably was good for you, it probably wasn't. And God probably had a design for you to miss that opportunity because it wasn't going to do you no good. Everything you think is for you is not for you. You know, my wife has bad sentence all the time. And it really, that's not bad, good sentence all the time. Every door that closed, God closed it. Every door that opened, God opened it for you. It's for a reason. So people, look, I just want to say about these invisible scars. We all have them. Don't be ashamed of what you're dealing with, what you're going through. You shouldn't tell everybody your business because everybody can't handle what you're dealing with. And everybody don't want to hear what you're dealing with because why? They feel that you should be over this or what they're going through is more important than what you're going through. A friend will put your needs before their needs. That's a friend. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, got people, like I said, hopefully I help somebody through things that you were going through, the things that you came out of and stuff. And you can do the same thing with other people and stuff. Because we all have scars. Now, it's one thing I told my kids. If you did something wrong, and people keep on bringing it to you, and you keep on avoiding it, they'll keep on bringing it to you. But if they keep on bringing it to you, and you say, yeah, I did, and what else? You admit to it, they'll stop bringing it to you. I'm just saying. If you running, they running behind you. But you stop and address it, they stop it and go in a different direction. Huh? That's all I'm saying. People, oh yeah, I forgot to do the commercial. When something wrong with your taxes, who you gonna call? Price Taxing. They ain't afraid no audit. Price Taxing, 415 East Chevy Drive, Memphis, Tennessee. The numbers are 901-828-5422 or 901-435-6575 or 901-604-9227. If you want your taxes done right, don't think twice. Call Price Taxes. But people, before I go, I want to say this again. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing. It's going to be okay. I can guarantee you that. So, with being abused by your loved one, by being bullied, the death of a loved one, and missed opportunities, stop it. They're all scars. Them invisible scars, deal with them. If you can't deal with them the way that I showed you and stuff, find a different way. God is open. God is available 24/7. 24/7. So, thank you for watching my podcast. If you don't mind, when you go to Facebook, YouTube, start subscribing to my shows and everything because I got a lot of different things that are coming. God has been good to all of us, even in our bad times when things are not going the way they should go. He just letting us know that, hey, I am still present in your life, son. You know, you may be down and out, but you're not out. I got you. I got you. Footsteps in the sand, right? So, with that being said, this is Lee Craft. This is my podcast, What If? If you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people. If you want to have a real conversation, have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God thank you. You got this.